I hope you all got this unit PDF copy of your textbook. Okay, so the screen is visible to you all.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so in unit 2, you have the name of unit 2 is electronic spreadsheet. There you have 4 sessions. Session 1 is analyze data using scenarios and goal 6. Session 2 is about link data and spreadsheets. Share and review a spreadsheet, your session 3. And session 4 is create and use macros in spreadsheet. So you all have these 4 sessions you have to study in this. Already I completed yesterday session 1 that we discussed consolidation, subtotals, what if scenario, goal 6 and solver. So, in this, what do you mean by consolidating data that we discussed in your previous class? Consolidation in the sense, whatever the data is there in your different sheets, that from different sheets data that we are gathering together in only one sheets. In the sense, the data which is there in your two different sheets or multiple sheets, that data with the help of some of the functions, using that what we are doing, we are gathering that together in only one sheet. That is called as your consolidation data. In exam they'll ask you what is mean by consolidation, explain with one example. In theory as well as practical they might be asked. So consolidation in the sense, the data in two different sheets or data in multiple sheets that we are gathering together with the help of some functions, that is called your consolidation. So how yesterday we perform consolidation. For that we are going to use the spreadsheet option. Here yesterday I took one example, that is your 7th standard and 8th standard results. So here what I'll take is, I'll take your UT1 and UT2 marks now. Okay, so here what I'll do, I'll take in sheet 1 I'll take UT1 marks, in sheet 2 I'll take UT2 marks. So here in UT1, suppose you have the subjects maths, SST, science, English, L2 and IT. So here I'll add your UT1 marks, only one name I'll take here. Only one student I'll insert here. Suppose she got out of 40, 35, then 40 she got science 34, 40, 32 and IT 12 or else 19. Now here the same thing what I'll do is, I'll copy, instead of typing again what I'll do, I'll paste that in. Okay, same thing I'll copy here. If you want to change the marks from sheet 2, you can change the marks here. Instead of 40, I'll make 34. Now what I will do is, this is your UT1 marks and this is your UT2 marks. So now I want to means use the function for this 2 and I want to combine that marks in third sheet. I want to find out first total marks in UT1 and UT2. So what I'll do is, I'll use the sum as a function. I'll add this both the UT1 marks and UT2 marks, that is this 35 plus 35, as you know 70. So I'll combine this both with the help of consolidation. So what I'll do is, I'll take my cursor here, click on data, then consolidate. I'll take here some function, afterwards I'll change the function name. What you have to do is, you have to shrink the sheet 1 and sheet 2 from here. So click on shrink option, click on shrink again, choose the sheet 1, select sheet 1. Okay, whatever you shrink it will be present here. Add this, sheet 1 will be present in this Here, click on again shrink. Go to the sheet 2. Select your sheet 2. Shrink here. Click on add. This sheet 1 and sheet 2 data is present in this consolidation ranges. Next, in here, down part, see here copy results to, where you want to copy the results. That I want the sale, I want to shrink here. I want to copy that in sheet 3. So what I'll do is, where I want to copy that sheet, I'll shrink here. Then from more function, you have to select row labels, column labels and link to secure data. So for what purpose you want to select these row labels and column labels? Because as you can see in sheet 1 and sheet 2, this is in the form of rows and these are present in the form of columns. So you have to select this row cells and column cells. So after selecting this, you just click on OK. As you can see in your sheet 3, you can see the marks which is giving with the help of sum function. It is adding and it is giving the total marks. So instead of this, I want to use the function as average. You can use any function. So I'll click on data, consolidate. Here instead of sum, what I'll do is, I'll use the maximum function. I want to find out the which is maximum marks she got in either UT1 or UT2. So what I'll do is, previously which is there, I'll delete that. I'll take the function as max. From here, I'll shrink sheet 1 and sheet 2. So here, I'll just select this sheet 1, shrink and just click on add. One more sheet I'll take, that is your sheet 2 which you created. So click on shrink and go to your sheet 2. Select this sheet 2, shrink and add it. So sheet 1 and sheet 2 will get added over here. Next what I'll do is, from more I'll select this. It is selected already. Just click on OK. So it will gives us the maximum, which is the maximum among this all the sheets. Which marks is maximum. So this is how to find out the consolidation with the help of means how to find out the consolidation with the help of different functions. So you all understood about the consolidation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, again which doubt you have about the yesterday's? Someone is telling he is having doubt. Who is that? What's your name? In which topic you have doubt after consolidation? Have you all understood about the subtotals, or shall I explain that also once again? About subtotals?
Ma'am, understood.
Okay. No need to explain once again, or shall I explain that once again? Boys? Yes? No need to explain, or shall I explain? At least give a message. Okay.
Explain it once again.
Explain it once again. Okay. So now, first we will see what we mean by subtotals. This is about consolidation, different data in different sheets that we are gathering together with the help of functions. That is called consolidation. If in exam they'll ask you what is consolidation, give an example, then you have to write the definition of consolidation, that is data in different sheets that we are gathering together with the help of some different functions. That is called consolidation. How if they'll ask the steps to perform consolidation, how I perform just now, like that step wise you have to write. Step 1 what you are doing, step 2 what you are doing. These are the steps you have to write. You have to, if they'll ask example, then as I told you the example like UT1 and UT2 marks. Yesterday I explained 6th standard and 7th standard marks card. Like that, with the help of example, you have to explain this. Sometimes they'll ask for 2 marks, sometimes they'll ask for 4 marks. Okay, next thing is subtotals. Creating subtotals. So what do you mean by subtotals here now? Suppose you are purchasing something from the shop and you want the total of that. Instead of shop, I'll give you one example. Suppose if you in your class, suppose 65 students are there, and each student is having 6 subjects, and in 6 subjects he got out of 100 different marks in different subjects. So if you want to find out the total marks of that particular student, then that whole thing, that is total marks, instead of using the different functions like sum and all, you can do that with the help of subtotals. So it is used to find out the grand total with the help of subtotal. So how to find out the subtotal? Yesterday I gave one example, that is shop example. So today what I'll do is I'll use the student example. Okay, I'll use one student example. I'll take your name, then I'll add the subjects. Only 4 subjects I'll take here. Here, Pradnya, Pranali, Shreya, Shravani. Okay, so here what I'll do is I'll add the marks. Out of 100 I'll add 99, 90, 92 and 91. In SST 85, 52, 56, 96. Same thing I'll copy here and I'll paste. Okay, so here and there I'll change the marks. Now what I'll do is, for subtotals I want the total marks which Pradnya got, Pranali, Shreya and Shravani. So first what I'll do is I'll select only this and I'll find only the maths for subtotals. So just click on tools, data, subtotals. Here you have to give the name, like name column, that is what you want to do the grouping. So I want to group name, so I am giving here name. Next I want to find out, calculate the maths marks, total maths marks. So I'll use the column name as maths, and here I want to find out the total, so I'll use a function as sum. Just click on OK. So here it is giving me the total marks of each student, that is Pradnya's 99 plus 90 plus 91 plus 92, it is completely 372. Suppose I want this full marks I want to add, then just click on tools, data, subtotals. Then here I want to group by name. Here I want each subject marks, maths also, SST also, English also, IT also. Just now I find it the maths marks, so I'll not choose the maths. So what I'll do is I'll use the sum function. Okay. So it is giving me the total marks of each subject, and each student it is giving me the total marks. So if you want to find out the total, then you are going to use the subtotals. It is not like that you are going to do only the sum function. You can use the different function. If you want to find out who got the maximum marks, then for that just select the data, click on data, click on subtotals, select what you want to do the grouping. Now which subject you want, who got the highest marks. So for that what I'll do is, from maths who is the highest, SST, English, IT, who got the highest marks, that we will see. Okay, that is the maximum marks. So from here what I'll do, I'll use the max as a function. Okay, so here it will show the maximum marks, that is it will show the grand total 372, 285, 380 and 96. This is the maximum marks over here. So it depends on which function you are selecting. So now after this, Okay, so now in this I'll find out the maximum marks over here. So what I'll do is I'll select, just click on data, subtotals. So now here also different subjects are there. I'll use maths, SST, science, English, L2 and IT. Then from here none I'll take, just select max. Okay, okay, I have to select that none. I'll choose from here SST, here maths, science. Okay, just use the max. Okay, so it is giving me which is the maximum. As you can see from this, 35 is the maximum, 40 and 40, in which all of the subjects I created, only it will show the maximum thing. So this is how to find out the subtotals. If you want to find out the grand total finally, then you are going to use the subtotals. Have you all understood subtotals? You all understood about the subtotals? Yes. Now you have doubt in what if scenario. You want me to explain once again what if scenario also? Or you understood? Okay. Then goal seek. All of you understood goal seek? Goal seek and solver. Any doubt in that? Any doubt you have in goal seek and solver?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So today we will see the next part of your this unit 2. Already I completed session 1 yesterday. In session 1 you have only consolidation, subtotals, then using what if scenario, means different scenarios. If you want different scenarios in only one sheet, you can use this what if scenario option. Next, goal seek. As you know, you have to set the goal for this. You have to take your own target value to find out particular amount. Next, we discuss about the solver, how to find out solver. Solver is same as your goal seek, where you are setting the goals and finally you are getting the amount for that. So it is exactly same as goal seek, only the thing is that in solver option we have to select the solve. Okay, so this is about your session 1. So in session 1 you are having the activity questions. This you have to perform in your system. You have to see the questions and you have to perform. If any doubt you have in this, you can ask me in the next class. So first try this activity, and if you have any doubt in this, you can ask me in the next class. So session 1 got finished. Now the session 2 is about linked data and spreadsheets. Means in session 2 you have to learn about how to use hyperlinks, how to open the new sheets and all, then how to create the documents, how to share the things and all. So first thing is using multiple workbooks and linking the cells. As you know already in Excel sheet, if you want to open the multiple sheets, how to open. So if you want to open the multiple sheets, what you have to do, you already know. This is very easy. So here the different sheets are available. If you want to insert the multiple sheets, you just right click here and just click on insert sheets. Here you give the number of sheets, how many sheets you want. I'll give here 15. So how many sheets you want to work, you can open that multiple sheets and just click on OK. So your multiple sheets will get open over here. How many sheets you want to open. Okay, so this is to insert the multiple sheets. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
So the next is what? First is setting up multiple sheets. This is all about how to insert the multiple sheets. This much easy they'll not ask in the exam. Next question, next part of your session 2 is they have given the steps like how to insert the multiple sheets. So these all are the steps to insert multiple sheets. Now next thing is how to rename the sheets. Now you inserted the multiple sheets. Sometimes what will happen, you want to change the name of that sheet. You want to give your name. So what you have to do is just right click, just click on rename sheet, And here you can give your name also, what you want to give the name for your sheet, you can give the sheet name. So this is how to rename the sheet. So in session 2 you have how to insert the sheet and how to rename the sheet. So if you want, if the last to rename the sheet, you have to write the steps and for what purpose you are renaming the sheet. Okay, so these are the steps they gave for renaming the sheet. Next, inserting sheets from different spreadsheet and how to renaming the sheets. Next, how to create or change a cell reference. Okay, so whenever you are working on the cells, there are two options you can do. You can change your cell reference with the help of either keyboard or with the help of mouse. In the sense, what I'll show you here, suppose if I'll type here number 45 and I want this 45 should be, this is the present in your this sheet. Okay, so I want in sheet 17, I want that same 45 in one more sheet. So what I'll do is I'll type here equal to sign. What I'll do, I'll type here equal to sign. Next I'll go to that previous sheet where I inserted 45. Just I'll select this. When I'll click on this accept button with the help of mouse, where I return is equal to sign, that will get changed to number. So this cell reference with the help of mouse, how to perform. So as you can see in change a cell reference, you have two types. You can change the cell reference with the help of mouse and you can change the cell reference with the help of keyboard. You have two options. So in exam they'll ask you write the steps to change the cell reference with the help of keyboard and with the help of mouse. Even they'll ask you what is the use of changing the cell reference with the help of an keyboard and with the help of mouse. So sometimes whenever you are operating the mouse, then only with, through mouse how we can change that particular cell reference. Okay, so this is how to change the cell reference with the help of mouse. Suppose in here I'll show you once again in sheet 16. What I'll do is I'll insert here, I'll insert 100. Okay, so next sheet 17, I'll delete this. Here I'll take equal to sign. Where you want to take, you can take there. In sheet 16, equal to sign is there. What happened? Okay, I'll take the next sheet. Here what I'll do is already accept button is there on, so it is not showing. Okay, so I'll disable that. Then what I'll do, I'll take one sheet. Here what I'll write 200. Then in one more sheet, new one, I'll write here equal to sign. So now I'll go to the previous sheet, that is sheet 20 and 21. Here it is changing because already this escape button is present. Just close this button. Cancel this all. Okay. So now if you want to use with the help of mouse, what you can do is go to a sheet, I type here 200. Go to one more sheet, just type equal to sign. Next go to your sheet, just select your thing, then click on accept. So where you changed, there your number will get changed. This is how to change with the help of mouse. So now if you want to change with the help of keyboard, then what you can do is Before that, I'll close this everything. Okay. Okay, now here, what I'll do with the help of keyboard, how to perform. Suppose if I'll enter here 90, then in one more sheet, what I'll do is, here I have to write the 90 where it is present. So previously that 90 is present in cell reference A1, as you can see here. Okay, so that we have to write the cell reference. So how to write the cell reference now here? You have to write equal to, is equal to sign is equal to, you have to write that cell reference where it is present. So it is present in sheet 23 and in A1. So I'll write here that cell reference, that is sheet 22 dot where it is present. So that is present in sheet 23. Suppose here it is present in B5. You have to write here sheet 22 dot B5 and just press enter. It will give you the answer what you created over here. Okay, so this here it is not coming. So I'll tell you this how to in how to use with the help of mouse and keyboard in the next class. So now why this is not working? I'll close and I'll open once again. I'll see whether it will work or no. Okay, so here what I'll do is, this is cell reference with the help of mouse, how to perform only with the help of mouse. First I'll increase the size. Here in B5 I'll enter 85 number. In sheet 2 what I'll take, here I'll enter equal to sign. Now in sheet 1, in B5, 85 is there. In sheet 2, I written in B4 equal to sign. Okay, I want to change this equal to sign with this number 85. So for that, what I'll do is, in sheet 1, I'll select this 85. Just click on this asset. So where I given written the equal to sign, there it is changing with that number. As you can see in B5 only I written number, but in sheet 2 I written equal to sign. But when I selected this 85 and click on accept button, that 85 was changing, that equal to sign is changing with 85. So this is the cell reference with the help of keyboard and with the help of mouse. Okay, so this is the cell reference with the help of keyboard and with the help of mouse. Next thing you have, so these are the steps they given how to change the cell reference with the help of keyboard and mouse. So you have to see this all the steps. Don't write this much difficult steps. It is very easy. Only just you have to in sheet 1 if you'll enter any data. In sheet 2 if you'll enter only equal to sign. Then if you'll select that number or text it is, and if you'll press on accept button, you will that equal to sign, it will get changes to that particular text or particular number. Only write that steps. Don't read this everything what it is there in textbook. Okay, next is working with hyperlinks. So now sometimes if you want to add the links and all in your Excel sheet, then how to add the hyperlinks in your Excel sheet, that we will see how to insert the hyperlinks. In sheet 3, I'll insert one hyperlink. If you want to insert, where you want to insert your hyperlink, you just select your cursor where you want to insert your hyperlink. Now I want to insert my link here, so I'll select the particular cell, click on your insert tab. From your insert tab, just click on this hyperlink option. If you want to take from the internet, you can take open from the internet if you have the online connection. If you want to take the link for mail from mails and news, you can take this also. In document which you have already, you can take from document. If you want to open a new document and if you want to take that link, you can take from here. So before that, I'll take from document. Okay, so this which is already available, that will come. So now from here you have to shrink the link. Okay, so for that you have to browse the link from document. So from here you just select the path from where you want to take. So from here I'll take the documents. Any link you can take. If it is present, then only you can. Okay, the all link will get present here. Just click on apply and close. So whatever the link is there, that link will get copied in the particular cell. Then if you want, if you'll click on this, so where in that link what is the file is present, that will get open here. So this is how to open the hyperlink. If you want to open one more link, you just click here, click on insert, click on hyperlink. In this, just select the files which is already there in your document. If you want from online, you can take from internet also. Okay, so click on apply, close. This will get open. If you'll click, you'll go to that particular path where it is present and all. Okay, so this is the video file link. So this will get open after clicking on particular link. If you want from online, you can take from online also. Just click on insert, hyperlink. From internet, you have to select, you have to browse from the internet. So from Google Chrome, if you want any link, just click on Google Chrome. Your Chrome will get open. Now which link you want to take, you can take that link. Suppose if you want syllabus of class 10. So like this you can choose anything and you can take that in your book. If you want that particular link, you can use Ctrl C and just press Ctrl V, apply and close. Here the link will come. You just click and you will go to your Chrome page. This is how to copy the link from the internet. So this is how to add the hyperlink in your Excel sheet. Understood this? How to add the hyperlink?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt you have in this?
No.
Ma'am.
Okay. So this is in hyperlink. You have two types. One is your relative hyperlink and one more is your absolute hyperlink. Always they will ask you the this question. Write the difference between relative hyperlink and absolute hyperlink. This question is very important. In exam, they'll sure ask you the question. Write the differences between relative hyperlink and difference between the absolute hyperlink. So relative hyperlink and absolute hyperlink, you have to write at least 3 or 4 difference. So this absolute hyperlink is nothing but an absolute link will stop working only if the target is moved up. As just now you saw here in insert hyperlink, as you can see this target value, if this target is changed, if the location of the target is changed, then the absolute hyperlink will stop working. It will not move further if that target is changed or if the target is stop over there. Okay, so absolute hyperlink will stop working only if the target is moved up. It will stop working whenever this target is moving. Next, a relative link will stop working only if start and target location change. In the sense, suppose if I'll tell you, okay, so here whenever you are giving the target value, okay, this is linked with another thing. In the sense, this is linked with one more file. If that file also and if this link also it will change, then that relative hyperlink will stop working. So this relative hyperlink will stop working only if both the locations are changed. But in absolute hyperlink, if only the target is moved, then also it will stop working. But relative link is not like that. If any one of that is both start as well as target location, if they are changing, then that relative hyperlink will stop its working. Next, for instance, if you have two spreadsheets in the same folder linked to each other and you move the entire folder to a new location, a relative hyperlink will not break. In the sense what? Suppose you are clicking on this particular link and you're going to the that particular file where it is present with the help of this link. So whenever you are clicking on that and you are coming to the next page, that time it will not breaks. Okay, it will not breaks whenever you are clicking on that particular link. So the differences of this relative and absolute hyperlinks, here the more differences are not there. So what I'll do is I'll take some differences of absolute and relative hyperlink and that I'll explain in our next class. Okay, because this question is important. Understood everyone? Any doubt you have till now? Next part of this chapter I'll tell you in the next class. They have given the steps how to insert the hyperlink over here. So if you want, you can read this also. In the next class, I'll tell you this next thing. That is how to insert the hyperlink. I explain about internet, from internet how to add, and from document. In the next class, I'll explain from mail and news how to add the hyperlink. That I'll tell you in the next class. So till now you understood everything or any doubt you have?
No, ma'am, no doubt.
No doubt? Okay, so in the next class, I'll start you the next part of this chapter. Okay?
Ma'am, to the book
Thank
also.
you, ma'am.